right, Brisco. So, man, we've gone over your career and seen that you've done some monumental things, man. You've worked with a diverse group of artists. You've been on the biggest and most major albums to ever reach the Billboard's top 10 and everything. But there was a point in your career also where you were on the album and you were mentioned actually still to this day as being up for a Grammy. So what did that feel like, man?
I mean, overwhelming. He won album of the year that year. It was just overwhelming, man. I just thank God for just putting me in position to meet these people. You know what I'm saying? Even having the grace to meet these people, man. So yeah, man, all this shit has been overwhelming my whole career.
Nah, I get it. Now, to be honest, you ran into a rough patch recently, man, where you actually had to do some time. Now, to clarify this for everybody who's gonna, prior to, but the crimes you were convicted of were white collar by nature, right? But it ended up being Fed charges. So what happened in this whole situation where you were charged to, or I should say sentenced to 4, almost 5 years in federal prison?
Man, it was just me doing some fraud and doing some shit I ain't had no business, you know what I'm saying? But just trying to maintain and uphold the image. You know, try to be, you know what I'm saying, keep up with the Joneses, as my mom used to say. So I just think that I got engulfed in that shit, you know what I'm saying? I had to lay down and do that time.
Now, when you were first sentenced to it hit the news like in 2017, right? And people were shocked. People were shocked because of the level of star you had been in the rap game, man. And you kind of just came clean just right now just to say that, you were just trying to maintain and do different things and ended up getting caught up, man.
Right.
Now,
that's exactly what it was.
Now, when you found yourself in federal prison in the federal system, did you feel like you were being treated differently because of your stardom or that you were a rapper?
Of course, it was definitely easier. It was definitely I definitely had the rapper privilege in that, you know what I'm saying? Because I represented I represented Florida, I represented the South, so and by a lot of those guys recognizing me from TV and shit and from the music, I had it easy. I had it really good.
Now, what's crazy is there's a lot of horror stories about the federal system. Now, with that being said, were you able to move throughout that without any issues, or did you have to face the same type of, politics and rules that everybody else did?
I ain't have no issue. In prison, you just mind your business and speak when you're spoken to. And, you know what I'm saying? I think if you just stay doing that, you'll be successful. You'll have a successful release. But like it wasn't intense. There's a lot of things going on. It's grown men. It's men in prison. It's men that's 80 years old in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, if you govern yourself the right way, and I always tell people my spirit was on the streets. My body and my flesh was in prison, but I was on the streets, getting ready and getting prepared to reintegrate back into society. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting myself together.
Now it makes sense because that's nothing you can get used to. You felt like, huh?
Right. No, I couldn't get used to it. Granted that the food was okay. Granted that I met some great individuals in there, man. Some great guys. You know what I'm saying? That has been my friend after my release. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shouts out to them, man. Shouts out to niggas that's locked up right now. Y'all just hold your head. They can't hold you forever.
Now, during your time, did you do your time at like one of those low-level white-collar places?
I went to the Fed. I went to Big Sandy first. Then I went to Beaumont. Then we went to Atlanta, Oklahoma. Then North Carolina, Butler, North Carolina.
Man,
close to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Now, people hear horror stories about Big Sandy, hear horror stories about Beaumont, Bloody Beaumont, they called it. Like when you hit those yards, what was your first impression?
I mean, at Big Sandy, we was on lockdown the whole time. I came on lockdown and left on lockdown, but all that shit was bloody and scary. You know what I'm saying? That shit definitely was scary. Beaumont definitely was scary. I was there briefly. I was there briefly too, but that shit was scary. All that shit was scary. Everything about the fair is scary. You know, you just ain't. You know, it's just a couple women that they officers. Ain't no woman's touch. You know what I'm saying? It's grown men in here. It's niggas that been in here for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Cocky ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, man, you just got to be careful. And just like I say, the number one rule is to mind your business.
Yeah, man. Sounds like a nightmare. It sounds like a
Yeah.
nightmare. I'm not gonna lie. Now to move on to better things, you get released and then you get greeted home by some of rap's elite, man. Tell that story a little bit, man.
I come home, man. You know, everybody looked out. Shouts out to Ball Greasy. Ball Greasy, basically, fathered my kids when I was gone. I wasn't a lot. Shouts out to Ball Greasy. I love you, bro. Yeah, man. I came home. DJ Khaled gave me $50,000, bro.
That's
DJ
crazy.
Khaled gave me $50,000. That's kind of like put me back in the right perspective of where I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? Just coming home and just having something. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's, man, people pray for that when they come out. And for Khaled just to bless you like that goes to show how much respect that he has for you, huh?
Of course. Yes.
Now, what was the first thing you did? Did you start to get back into music, or was it just mainly you spent a large time recouping with your family?
Yeah, I definitely did that. I definitely went to the studio. Now my family followed me to the studio, man. It's like, you know, when I was released, they followed me everywhere I went. So, you know, I was definitely ready to get back to doing what I love and what I was comfortable doing, because music is definitely truly my therapy. You know what I'm saying?
Now, in 2019, you went on to release your album Black Roses on Po' Boy specifically.
Right.
Now,
that was me. You know, when I got out of prison, I dropped Black Roses. You know, my thought process was just, you know what I'm saying, getting everything down that I had wrote in prison. You know, these new ideas, just getting back in the field of the studio. You know what I'm saying? That was basically my whole outlook, and just trying to just get back to my old self and my voice and everything like that.
nah, I get it. No, I get it, man. And it shows that you had a dedication to music.